Let me just do one more and I'll break this bad boy down. Okay, and then, there's the High Priestess of Water that came out again. So I got earth and water energy coming out of this right here, okay? Earth and water signs are very significant, but that's what I'm saying. This collective, you need to be grounded because there is a lot of emotions clearly coming up to the surface. I feel like this collective, you could be feeling very emotional recently. You could be crying a lot. I just keep seeing too, you could be even having like weird dreams about this person. I don't think they're like fairy tale dreams, but they're not like nightmares either. They're kind of odd. It's like you can't really read out what is happening, but this person's clearly up in your energy, okay? And then I did get High Priestess of Fire, so I got fire energy. A lot of signs are popping out here, okay? But you or this person could be a fire sign, but that's where I'm saying even then a lot of actions being taken forth. That's what I'm saying with the Judgment. I'm hearing you need to make a decision because this is coming, okay? Wow. All right, we're going to break this bad boy down. I'm actually going to give that deck a little break right there, okay? Let me see as far as how are you feeling about this person that is connected to you right now. How are you feeling? How's this collective feeling? Okay. Oh, are you kidding me? Longing, marriage, and twin flame. Holy crap. So you could label this person as a twin flame. But even then, that's where I was saying in part one, clearly this collective, you're longing for this person. Maybe there is even thoughts about you want marriage with this person. That's where I'm saying with that earth energy, there's some form of grounding needs to take place. No, it does not mean you need to marry this person. It's not what I'm saying. But again, there's something about you need to make a decision. And I think what scares the crap out of you, it's kind of like, that this is in a funny way going to be the outcome for the two of you, but it scares you at the same time because of the history that's been done. And especially if you do label this as a twin flame, let's be real, twin flames come into your life to trigger you. It's not always about coming back together. It's not always the case. If that is the label you're kind of seeking out towards me, but even then, I think you do look at this person as your divine counterpart. Again, whatever label you want to put that as, okay? You're kind of questioning it, but yeah, obsessed, spying, social media, infatuation. I think that you're kind of feeling maybe this person's keeping tabs on you. And that's why another reason it's freaking you out. That's what I'm saying. This collective, you could be having odd dreams right now. Is all I keep hearing. Let's see what else. Oh, okay, then we got false connection. That's where I'm hearing make a decision. Do you want your person or do you not? That's where I'm saying literally bipolar opposites right there. Do you want it or not? And if you don't, no point of watching it. When this comes in, tell this person bye. Like I said, but if you do want this person back, continue on watching, okay? But yeah, action, good action. You know something's coming forward, and I feel like this collective, you're doing the, I love them, but I should make a decision. Do you want them or not? Longing. What's going on? Awakening. You're going through another spiritual awakening. Great. Spiritual awakening, seeing this for what it is and soul purpose. I feel like, here's the thing. And then divine feminine. That's what I'm saying. This collective, you have mastered your divine feminine, energy. But when it comes to this person, they still get you stuck in a way. You don't know how to feel when it comes to your emotions. Like I gave you that speech in part one, it's all about embracing those emotions. Quit suppressing it. And that's where I feel like this awakening, this feeling emotional, maybe this past, I'm hearing March could have been an emotionally triggering month for you, truly. And that's where, like I said, everything's kind of coming up to the surface right now because you're kind of, I think you've spent a long time when it comes to this person doing the nope. Even if they are my divine counterpart, no, we've been through this before. They didn't want me. They treated me like it was a false connection. We're done here. And I think that is something this collective, you've embodied, which good. That means you know your self-worth, hence the divine feminine. But now I feel like, the ball's really rolling. Things are actually moving at a positive direction, believe it or not. And it's freaking you out. Now you're doing do I want this? What if I don't want it? Okay, that's okay. But again, make a decision. Do you want them or not? Marriage. Flow, yeah. Surrender, trust, go with the flow. And that's what they're still asking you to do. I know it could be very overwhelming when you hear your person or somebody from, especially if you're connected going a million miles an hour, especially if you're connected with them on a very soul, tie level. I can understand when they come face to face with you, it gets very emotional. It's overwhelming. It's triggering. I get it. But at the same time, when they come in, go with the flow on this. You're not, yes, make a decision, but don't have that expectation of marriage in that case. And maybe that's something in the past, this collective, you've had a hard time with, is maybe the expectations were a little bit too high. And I don't need it in the comments, well, my person was all in the wrong. Let's be real. It takes two to tango. It takes two people to make a relationship. It takes two people to fall apart. Even if you do identify this person as this, situation right here, let's be real. There's a runner-chaser dynamic going on. So clearly in this collective, you did chase, and I'm getting your expectations were very high. And maybe that was a big lesson you've had to overcome during this time of separation, was surrendering to this person. Maybe when you're in your initial union, maybe, trigger warning, I'm sorry, maybe you did bring up very quickly, oh, I want to marry you, I want to get married, I want to have kids, and maybe this person got overwhelmed, and that's why they bolted. Twin flame. Again, this is kind of how you feel. Karma and then karmic lessons right here. Past life ties and then lessons right here. What did I just say about you don't know what to label this person? Again, that I just talked about with that surrendering. That was a big karmic lesson this collective had to go through. Don't make that fit. And, and I feel like that is, like I said, a karmic lesson as far as surrendering. Number one, that is one of the top 5 lessons on a twin flame journey to surrender to to learn is surrender, okay? But maybe now truly you are going back and forth. Again, I don't think you made a decision, because that's the whole point of this reading. I think you're really going back and forth of, no, that's my person. Just kidding. No, it's not. I think this is a karmic. That's what I'm saying. You can't make up your mind when it comes to this person. And I think it's because you're standing in your power. You've taken your power back, which is good. And I always say, just right before union, I've noticed feminines truly do oh gosh, I think this is my karmic. You would truly start to question if this is your karmic. And you guys use discernment. If you're still in that mode, if you're just waiting for your twin to come in and you're still drooling all over them, this reading's not for you. If it, like I said, when you think about this person, you're back and forth with it. I don't think it's harsh feelings or softy vibes either. But yeah, there's still unconditional love right here. That hasn't went away. That's not the question here. But you're really kind of, I think, deciphering, was I looking at all the wrong all the wrong directions this whole time? And again, like I said, twin flames, you're meant to find you, not your person. But you're just getting it twisted right now. And that's normal and that's okay. But again, I'm here to make a decision. False connection. Okay, and then I got attraction, wanting more, and insatiable thoughts right there. I think right now, too, because of all these emotions coming up to the surface with this person, I think you're getting signs from the universe. You're asking for them. And there's a reason I brought up weird dreams. That's what I'm saying. You could be getting dreams right now about this person that's really hard to decipher right now. And you're like, huh? I feel like they're purposely doing that to you just so, for one, because I always say there's no bigger sign in this universe than your own emotion. Trust your emotion. But with that insatiable thoughts, it's kind of like quit shutting what your heart, what's coming. You want to know what song is coming to my head? What the Heart Wants What It Wants by Selena Gomez. I'm hearing that there's a million reasons why I should give you up, but the heart wants what it wants. So that's kind of how I'm feeling about this collective right there. It's like, yeah, this collective, I feel like you are embodying that. There's a million reasons I should give you up, but by the end of the day, I can't help the way my heart is going right now. Let's just do a couple more and then we'll move on. So I got family, quality time, and bad influences right here. Unsupportive family and friends, drugs, alcohol, and bad habits right there. Okay. 1 second. I think when you reflect back on this person, again, guys, don't make any of these details fit. I think the biggest third-party interference was in the way is family. And maybe your person kind of grew up kind of rough. I'm kind of hearing there was a lot of addiction surrounding your person. Take that part, how that applies to you. And I felt like there's something about the two of you had a hard time being alone. And every time you reflect back on this person, that's, I feel like, the one thing that consumes you is we can never be alone, or we can never be together. And I think in a way you do blame the family and your person at the same time.